So what I wanted to say is that if you are going to do 20,000 steps for 3 days, it's not an everyday thing, and you should give this plenty of time to do. If you were to do 20,000 steps, you would burn 1,000 calories. But if you were to do 10,000 steps, you would burn 500. And this is why 20,000 steps is something that you don't do every day. Because for me, I did this challenge where I was going to do 20,000 steps for 3 days, and I burned 3,000 calories, and my face started to look a bit slimmer. That's why, unless you're doing this for weight loss, you need to know exactly why you're doing the 20,000 steps. And the reason why I did it, it's not that I need to lose weight, but it's because I haven't hit 20,000 steps consistently, where I've hit 20,000 steps for a couple of days in a row. Because I always will get under 20,000 steps, but I never actually hit 20,000 steps. Okay, what I was meaning to say is that I have actually hit 20,000 steps. It's just that, yeah, I have hit 20,000 steps. It's just that it's very rare that I'll hit 20,000 steps or over. But in this challenge, you will see that I have actually hit 20,000 steps, and the video will show everything. When it comes to a 20,000 step challenge, it's really good to realize how fast or slow you're walking. And I say this because to waste energy if you're walking really fast, but also you're more likely to waste time if you're walking really slow. Yeah, I wanted to say that the reason why I did the 20,000 steps is because very soon I want to just be eating more. And the thing is, for me, this is like the balance that I'm looking for. I want to make it clear that I did walk 20,000 steps for 3 days in a row. And even though it's very obvious that I'm obviously going to lose weight, I wanted to say that the reason why I also did this is so that I can also eat more foods in certain days, and then I won't gain as much weight, because we also burn weight in our sleep. And the thing is, I wanted to make it super clear that if you were to do 20,000 steps like I did for 3 days in a row, it's also good for you to walk into places that you're familiar with, or you can walk in an unknown place. Okay, the thing is, let me rephrase that. It's good for you to walk in places that you're familiar with, because then you can walk a lot faster. When it comes to a 20,000 step challenge, it's really good for you to know where you're going and how long it's going to take. You only take the long route if you're like nowhere near the 20,000 steps, because the long route, it will take you to at least 10,000 steps without you noticing if you actually do it. And that should take at least an hour, 2 hours, or even an hour and a half. But if you were to go the shorter route, it would mean that you have to do many walks, because on the shorter route, you may have around 2,000 to 5,000 steps. That's why it's advisable to go the longer route, so you don't have to walk as much. And the shorter routes are for people that are like starting out on this challenge, like who have never done this before. So that's the only exception, because people that are starting out, it's okay for them to take the shorter route and to walk less steps. And the reason why this challenge is really important, it's not that you have to always hit the 20,000 steps, it's that you should aim as close to it as you can. And I wanted to say that walking 20,000 steps is not something that I ever managed to do in one day. So first of all, you're just gonna have to start off by doing shorter walks. Like maybe you might walk in a circle in like a road that you know, just to start out as a warm-up. Then you might do 5,000 steps. You can listen to music or something. Afterwards, you can walk 10,000 steps. And then once you walk 10,000 steps, like for a very long time, you can then move on to 15,000, like anywhere over 10,000 steps, which is just under the 20. And that's what I'm talking about, getting as close to the 20,000 as you can. And then afterwards, it's good for you to aim for the 20,000 if you know that you're near it. Like when you're very close to it, just aim for the 20,000 steps. And you have to realize that no matter how far you actually walk, it's important that you actually dress up for the occasion, because if you can see, like, the weather's really good today and it gave me a good excuse to actually film this video. And the thing is that I've dressed up wearing like a jumper in like really cold weather, and I wanted to say that when it comes to really hot weathers, I seem to like wear my coat and wear extra layers. That's why as well, like, making sure that you dress appropriately for the weather is really important, and you actually check the weather before you leave. And yeah, for me, I'll walk in any type of weather, but it's up to you if you do it on like the summer, if you do it during the winter. But don't blame me if you get a cold. And the point that I made earlier about saving energy is really important, because if you save your energy, you're more likely to do the challenge and you will stay there for a longer time. And when I mean save your energy, I mean making sure that you don't carry things which are too heavy, because that makes the walk a lot harder. I don't know, carrying things which are heavy, it just makes you have like back pains, because you're obviously lifting up with your back. And the thing is, like, whenever you're carrying something heavy while you're walking, it may affect your posture